So, having said that, let's get into your reading. So, first card is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, it's a fire sign. Looks like Libra, you're looking for balance, and I know that you are perpetually looking for balance and beauty. So it's more of the same for you, Libra. Letting things go that don't work for you. Trying new things out. Also, the world is lighting up for me here. So take a look at your world. What would you like it to look like in the future for yourself? Some healing going on. I'm picking up on some challenges on the body level. So it looks like many of you are having some body issues where the body is not complying, shall we say. But in general, it looks like life in your world is changing. I'm also picking up some travel energy. It looks like near water, to water, by water. Something about water going towards it. So take that leap of faith. Try something different. If something is presented to you, two roads that are presented to you, please try the new one. Try the new road. Picking up on some energy here. It feels like family energy. There could be a little bit of arguments or a little bit of static in your communication with your family right now. So be clear with your boundaries. Speak from the heart. You know, with the eclipse being in Leo, that is the heart. Leo controls the heart. So speak from the heart with love and kindness. Also look at what your future, you would like your future to look like. So looks pretty bright here, Libra. There are some challenges, but in general, finding your balance, letting go of some old habits, letting go of some old ways of doing things. And for Libra, I know you guys are out of control healers a little bit and like to do lots of things for other people. So make sure and focus on you, focus on your health, focus on your challenges and what you can do to make your life run a little smoother. There is some healing energy here, so heal yourself. Take that time for some self-care and let stuff go that really doesn't belong to you. It feels like taking on other people's responsibilities when they are perfectly capable of doing it for themselves. Most mothers do that. We don't allow our children to fly when they really do need to fly. So take a leap of faith. Allow the people around you that are very capable to take over some things that that are really exhausting you. So let them have their own challenges. Let them have their own choices. Judgment is the cross card here. That is what crosses you. And it looks like or feels like some self-judgment. I know with the Black Moon Lilith wandering around in our atmosphere, she has kind of kicked up some self-judgment and some shame. And so whether it's internal judgment of yourself or external judgment of others, keep that at bay. Keep that at bay if you can, Libra. Judgment does no good. It serves no good for you in your interpersonal communications and relationships. So if you can, let that judgment go and be nicer to yourself. Don't hold yourself to such a high degree of perfection. There is no such thing, Libra. I know you're in perpetual, you are seeking, perpetual seeking of the goodness and the balance in life. But put down the judgment for yourself and for others, specifically for yourself. We really can't move and grow when we are judging ourselves. So if you've made a mistake, learn from it, move on, do something different the next time that situation comes into your awareness. So that is the second card. What is above you is what I call the learning card. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. Lots of movement, lots of gathering of information, could be research, could be going back to school, or have gone back to school. So it's like gathering information on different subjects. So if you're making a decision about something, gather as much information as you can before you make that decision, so you won't feel like you judged yourself harshly if you didn't uncover all information. So start to gather that information. And for many of you, it is going back to school or doing something with school or continuing your education. That is not age related. We can continue our education through our passions, through our work, and through school. So it looks like gather some information. It looks like some kind of school or some kind of institution that will give you the information that you need or further you on your quest. So be open to that, Libra. Be open to continuing education. This is in the past position. It's probably just happened. This is the end of August, and this is a reading for September. So this is probably just past, or you are now experiencing it. So this is also wands. So this is movement. This is getting together. This is meeting with like-minded people, being in celebration, and kind of let all the stresses that have been on your back for the last couple of months, Libra, let them go. Join those barbecues, go bowling, do the things that people are inviting you to do. So accept some invitations. I'm also feeling large gatherings. Could be family reunions, high school reunions, just gatherings of people from the past and people of your heart. So accept some of those invitations and enjoy the celebration of life. Lots of festivals going on right now, so this also can stand for that. Just getting together in a joyous place with like-minded people, just leaving the jive behind for a day or so. So that looks pretty good, Libra. What is in your present time? This is the 8. So this is walking away from things that you have known that have not been good for you and just really letting them go. Walking into the future. And the future is unknown, so you have to take a leap of faith also in this direction. But leaving those things behind that do not serve you. The problems that you solve that are not yours to solve. These are the people, places, and things that do not add to your growth. It could be a job, could be a relationship, could be just saying no to your kids when you've always said yes. Change the way that you've done things for your growth, because the things that aren't working, they're still not working. So try something new, try something different. There's some anger and frustration involved in here. So make sure when you walk away that you have walked away with clean communication, with kindness and love. But now it is time, Libra, to do things differently. And the moon is shining up here too. So it looks like do some intrinsic work. Do some really thinking about what you want to do and how you want to do it. But letting go of the old is the best way to make room for the new. Holding on to things just because they've always been does not necessarily serve you. So that means walking away from some of your family legacies, some of the things that do not work in your life. So take a leap of faith. If there's a job opening that you're interested in, apply for it. The worst they can say is no. Houses, relationships, jobs, a lot of things are changing right now. So put your best foot forward and drive the bus. Think about what you want to do, because they are going to change, whether you put the effort into it or not. And doing nothing about a situation is a choice. So I'm encouraging you to do some research here. Do some research. Find out what you need to know before you make those choices and before you walk away. Then you can walk away without judgment or guilt or any negative, that you know that you have turned over every stone, you've looked at every possibility. And I know that making a choice is very difficult for you Libras. So not making those choices is also a choice. So I encourage you to be active in these choices. Choose the road that is less traveled, something new, even if it scares you. Change is very scary, but take a leap of the faith right into that change. And it's happening anyway. It is happening anyway. So there's a lot of emotion involved in this. And it looks like some things have run its course, and you're very aware of what those situations, people, and places are that have run their course. So please pull up your big boy and big girl pants and take a step into your own future and making those changes, because it's happening. So that is happening right now. The Ace of Wands. This is a great card. I love all the aces. They are kind of a connection to our spirit, our God, if you will, or the Supreme Twinkie, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of our destiny cards, the things that we're supposed to do. So the Ace of Wands, this is also movement, Libra. So you've been sitting and stewing for a while, it looks like, because you've got a lot of movement cards here, which just encourage you to move that energy. And the Ace of Wands, this is the higher exalted things. With each step that you take and towards your positive future, you will be rewarded. There are a lot of things waiting for you to just take that first step. Don't be afraid. Take the step into unknown. It looks like the future will bring a lot of things that you didn't even think were possible. So take that leap of faith. Follow your heart. If it feels funky, it is funky. If it feels great, it is great. So trust yourself. Trust what Spirit is telling you. And if you get that funny feeling on the back of your neck, your hair raises on your arms, it feels dangerous, it doesn't feel good, please trust that and get yourself out of that situation. But this is all about following the God of your heart, following your destiny. And big things are in the work for you, Libra. Does look like once that self-care, self-healing has taken place, and you're ready to rumble, it will happen, and it will happen very quickly. It looks like some things are in your awareness already, but this is all about the new, the exalted, being on your path, stepping into your future with certainty. So really work on that self-esteem. You are very talented, Libra, and you do many things for many people, and now it's time for you to do those things for yourself, whether it's out in the public eye or whether it's within a private. You have many things to share for people, but please don't give all your power away. Conserve some of it, some of your energy. This is going to be a very active time for you coming up. So that self-care is real important. So you're as healthy as you can be when the storm of activity hits. So that is the Ace of Wands. That is moving forward, and that is in your future position. What at the base of all this is the 3. Having more and more choices. It looks like you have a lot of decisions to make. Yet again, another fire sign, action, movement, taking a look out into the world. What's going on? You have 2 cards here that are looking out into the world. I'm feeling travel. I'm feeling movement, communication, possibly international travel or international communication. But it's really time to look towards your future, not only your kids or your spouse or your family, but your future. What is going to make your heart sing? You have some things in this world to accomplish, and so you have many, many gifts to share. So don't be afraid to get out there and share your opinion and speak your truth. So there is a large connection coming up that will involve travel. And that can mean, just a short distance too. It does not mean you're going to jump on a plane. It just means there is some opportunities for you at a distance away from where you are physically. So take a look at that. Release anything that doesn't serve you. It looks like turning, not necessarily turning your back, but really letting go of the things that held you back, kind of amplified insecurities. So it's time to take those lessons from either your family, your childhood, relationships that didn't work. Use the information that you learned from them, so not to repeat it again. I do believe this is a new beginning for you, so it doesn't look like a lot of those old lessons will be repeated, but please take that information that you learned from each one of them, even though it might have been a horrible breakup or an awful job or a betrayal of your friends or family. You learned something in that situation, even though it wasn't pleasant. So make sure and just leave that and take what you did learn from it into your next experience, which is right around the corner. It's right there. And so looking into the future and really making decisions before this activity happens, it's ringing in loud and clear that it's time for you to let go of the things that do not serve you. Do not serve you. And that may be family legacy, that may be drugs, alcohol, that may be food, the negative things that hold you back from growth. Take a look at them, change what you can change, and move forward into the future. Gather your certainty and your power, because it's coming up. There is lots of movement where you will be needed, and your expertise and knowledge will be needed. Okay, moving forward, Knight of Swords. This is an air sign, and an air sign is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And this feels like a little bit of static in a communication with a younger person, under 40, I should say under 40, air sign. And looks like there has been a little bit of negative communication. Either you're not hearing what they're saying, they're not hearing what you're saying. So once again, you may need to take a step back from that situation, gather your thoughts, gather your kindness, and then re-enter the discussions with this person. It feels like a younger man. It feels like a younger man, early 20s. So it could be a child, could be a partner, family member, or friend. But it feels like an air sign that there is a little bit of disconnect with your communication. So take a step back from it. If you're really not hearing each other right now, that's okay. There's a lot of static in the air. Mercury goes direct on the 5th of September. So anytime after the 5th, it may be a little easier to get your point across to this person. So that is what's happening, and your hopes and desires for the situation is finding balance. I think that is your lifelong goal, is finding balance, so you can move forward and sail smoothly. But in order to find balance, you must let go of the things that don't work for you. You also must let go of the things that you try to resolve for others that keep coming up in your awareness. Do not take on anybody else's lessons. Do not take on anybody else's problems. Now, if it's a young child, if it's your child, that is completely different. Mothering, fathering is okay. But doing things for children and dependents that they're perfectly capable of doing, that's what I'm talking about. Just allowing them to fall if they need to. It's the only way they'll learn to pick themselves up. It will help with your balance, because it looks like you spin a little bit when you take on other people's stuff. It's a little bit too much, and it really isn't your lesson to learn. So give back all that energy that you've taken on, all those responsibilities that you've taken on that aren't yours to resolve. It will help you find your balance. It will help you make those very difficult choices. Any choice, it looks like, for Libra sometimes is difficult and a challenge. So put down other people's jive. Only look at yours. And that will help you maintain your balance a little bit. What is coming up And the culmination card is the 10. And the 10 is the completion card. That is the ending of something that you've been working on for a long, long time. Also, it is a wand, which is fire and movement. So really carrying that load, it's too much for you to carry. It's too much for you to carry. It hinders your future. It hinders your vision into creating your highest reality. And it is not serving. So it's time to put some things down. For many of you, Spirit will step in and, make it impossible for you to carry these things, whether it's changing jobs, changing houses, or illness. Illness changes things immensely for those healers that have trouble allowing others to solve their own problems. So I'm encouraging you, Libra, to allow everyone around you to solve their own problems. Advice is one thing, but picking up their issues to solve is another. You know how to do all these things. That's why people are giving them to you. So it's time for you to put all those things down that don't serve you. It hinders your future. It does not propel you into the highest creative growth, and it doesn't heal your heart, soul, or your body. So it's time to put down some heavy stuff. No more heavy lifting of spiritual things that are not yours. So that is the culmination card. And these two I do for clarity. If you continue these, this is what I call the old, broken, alone card. This is the 5. The 5 of Pentacles. So it looks like just giving away so much energy that it is bringing up a lot of your fears, that I'm just going to be old, broken, alone. I do not see this as a truth in your space. This is a fear in your space. And fears are only as powerful as the energy that we give them. So if you change your perspective from old, broken, alone to planting the seeds and healing and growing and what you want to do next, there are many choices. Many choices coming up. And for a Libra or an air sign to make choices, it's almost like pulling teeth. It's very difficult. So let go of the fear. Put down the fear. Then your choices will be revealed to you. Your choices, not everybody else's, like this. Not everybody else's choice. If you continue holding up everybody else's world, you will create this, because it perpetuates the fear. It perpetuates the fear. Put down other people's problems. Handle what is your responsibilities to handle. And the garden will be clearer for you to plant your seeds of growth. The discs are also, or the pentacles are also coming up to me. This is 7s, and this is 5. So lots and lots of pentacles here. A little bit of money going out. Looks like saving or reallocating. Take a look at what you really need to survive. Do you need that cable channel with 500 channels that is nothing on? You can save that money for something else that you really, really want to do, that feeds your passion, that feeds your growth. So I encourage you to reevaluate where your money is going out, Libra, where you can save and where you can reallocate to serve your future better. So I know with summertime we get a little giddy with money, and now it's time to reevaluate. Where would your finances best be served for your growth? So that's what I'm picking up there. What I'd also like to do is I like to throw a couple more cards for clarity, and these are the past life cards. These were gifted to me by one of my beautiful Hawaiian sisters on the Big Island. Thank you. Aloha, my dear sisters. So, all right. We got 2 right there. So let's just take those. They kind of come out as they want. So we have persecution and inquisition, as well as orphan. So it's time to let down all those feelings that you are not enough, that people are picking on you. Looks like a lot of legacy things that you brought into your space, whether it's your stuff that was gifted to you from your parent as a positive thing or a negative thing, it doesn't serve you. So persecution and inquisition, let all that go. You are not alone in this world. You may find yourself alone, but you have family, you have a family of choice, and all you need to do is step out of that, Libra. Step out of that and ask for what you need. That will lessen the persecution and inquisition. It looks like that is really being, it's in your head. It's in your head. So time to let go. Time to move forward. Time to move forward. Time to release all that past energy that doesn't serve you, whether it was family agreements, whether it was alcoholism, whether it was a negative physical effect on your body. Now is the time to let it go. Really move into your highest creative growth. You are not alone on this journey either. So ask for what you need and step through that fear.